Give it a few seconds to alert people. I always hate coming in too quick. I don't like talking to two people. We got a good lengthy intro video, though. This should be good. Just got this done today. I'm super excited.
Hi.
Castle right on the grave of what you never created. You'll be caught daydreaming while I'm still pushing on. I bet you're frustrated. You should be ashamed of yourself. You're no more human than a tornado of plastic. I'm better off without the disease that you've been spreading. No more looking behind me, only to the horizon. Giving up is just a thing of the past. I'm saying goodbye to going nowhere fast. Yeah, I bet you didn't think I had it in me. I'm destined to do things I swear that you wouldn't believe. 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 Go away. Get rid of yourself, 'cause I don't care if I never see you again. Now I know that this is what I was born to do. You may have doubt in your backswing, but you like to follow through. Giving up is just a thing of the past. I'm saying goodbye to going nowhere fast. Yeah, I bet you didn't think I had it in me. I'm destined to do things I swear that you wouldn't believe. 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 I've seen half-empty glasses more shallow than you. You point your finger, I'll throw one right back at you. I'll flip one right back at you. I'll flip one right back at you. Giving up is just a thing of the past. I'm saying goodbye to going nowhere fast. Yeah, I bet you didn't think I had it in me. I'm destined to do things I swear that you wouldn't believe. 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 I'm destined to do things I swear that you wouldn't believe.
What is going on, everybody? Let's fucking go is right. It's so hard for me to not get excited with that song. That right there, that's the song that a friend of mine had put together by himself that his kid picked last, Meant for More. And the guy who made it is absolutely incredible. And he has allowed me to use it not only for my personal podcast, Nonsense and Deep Thoughts, but he said I can use it wherever I want. Guys, go check him out over on YouTube. Kid Picked Last. It is absolutely incredible and gets me hyped up every single time I hear it. Thank you guys for stopping in to check out Holy's Confessionals episode 4. Today we have two great guests. We are going to start off with Ernest Silva, aka the Sport Gene, over here on Twitch. This guy is the head of the Blue Collar Media Group stream team. He is on the road, so he's only going to be able to join us for a short while. But why don't you guys say hello to Ernest? And Ernest, say hello to everybody for us.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm very excited to be on the show tonight. Wish I had a camera while I'm in transit. I wish I was going to somewhere special, like on my way to New York. No, just on my way home. But excited to be a part of the show tonight, and excited that you guys get to hear a little bit more about Blue Collar and what we stand for.
Heck yeah, dude. I'm really excited to have you on. I'm actually pretty bad at explaining all about Blue Collar Media Group and our stream team, since I am still fairly new to the group, but I'm excited to be a part of it. And I will tell you what I was telling both Sam Fashion and Coach Pina earlier today. I really want to help this group grow and succeed, and I want to bring my community to be a part of it and to help everything move along as it should. So, first off, I guess the big question from me to you is, in order to let my community know all about what Blue Collar stands for, just give us a little bit insight of how it started, how it came to be, and what our main goal is.
Yeah, absolutely. And as I go through any sort of signal jam, let me know. But I'm excited to talk about Blue Collar. Blue Collar Media Group started off as a bona fide sports network. It was called Blue Collar Sports Network, and we started off really focused on bringing as many sports shows as possible. And we broke off from several different networks and formed our own network um, back in 2019, and right before the whole COVID scare, and really started to blossom into what we call now a Blue Collar Media Group. And we made that transition when we decided to shift not only from sports but into general entertainment. We wanted to have genres of all kinds. At one point, we had a show based on scary stories. We had shows based off gaming. We had shows on regular game shows. We had obviously the sports, and then it kind of just grew from there. And we went into anime, and we started venturing into streaming, which is where I came into play. And as just a regular show, I started to bring in the idea of streaming to the great Steve the General Reisner, who I know is a regular here, coming to your channel quite a bit, and that's when it blossomed. We started off with Just Easy TV. He used to be known as Blizzy as our main captain, and then grew from there. And we had a lot of key streamers come in early on, some with us, some not with us, and start making this team what it is, and kind of unique, right? You see teams out there that are esports and competitive, and just kind of all play the same game, and that's that's very much not what we do. If you look at the BCMG stream team roster, it is very different. No two are really alike, and that's by design. We really wanted to focus on everybody being their unique self, letting your communities grow individually, and being here as a supporter for you. So what we do with our sponsorship money, what we do as an investment into y'all is, and to our streamers when I say y'all, is just make sure that you guys have the proper support, help with endeavors, and help with major sponsors so that you can grow and continue to grow. And that's really our mantra for this group. And yeah, that's a good starting point.
Yeah, perfect. So, when did the idea for the stream team come about? Like, how long has the stream team been around?
Thanks. Yeah.
Yep, you're in a little bit of a choppy area right now, Ernest.
Oh, you got me again? You have me?
Yeah, we got you now.
All right. Wonderful. Yeah, the stream team started back in January of 2020. Hold on, I'm rethinking that. 2021, January of last year. Yeah, January of last year. And we started with a group of 12. And slowly we expanded to what we called the stream team and the gamer squad. The stream team was comprised of mainly streamers similar to you, that had a community set up, had groups ready to go, and really could provide the support and be a one for one with our sponsors. And then we had a gamer squad, which is kind of a growing division, that allowed streamers who were much smaller to kind of grow into a streamer that qualified into the stream team. But as we evolved, we kind of found that they were very much alike, and so we made it a general stream team where everybody would get a jersey everybody would have their name on the roster, and we would just go as one team. And so over the course of time, the structure of being a BCMG streamer has changed and evolved. We've gone through our trials and tribulations, but I think what we have today is what you see, an environment that's fostered by a lot of creativity and a lot of support that you get from the top down.
That's perfect. So just real quick for everybody who's watching, everybody who's listening, first off, thank you guys all for being here. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you all have an opportunity to hear about the Blue Collar Media Group that I have recently partnered with. I've been wishing that I could talk more about it and have more insight to it. So I'm super happy to have Ernest here right now. If you guys have any kind of questions whatsoever, please do not hesitate to drop them into chat. Anything at all. I will do my best to answer it, and I'm sure Ernest is the same way. Please forgive him. He is on the road right now driving home, so he might be in and out a little bit, but we're going to do the best we can with the time that we have. Now, one thing I do want to get to real quick, Ernest, is because I've kind of been chatting about it here and there with my community, is the Call of Duty tournament that we've got set up in the Blue Collar Media Group. Could you tell them a little bit about that and the process through the rest of the year? Because it is a monthly tournament, but there is a bigger tournament at the end of the year for all the winners.
Yeah, so we're going to be starting a monthly Call of Duty tournament starting in May, the weekend before the major Memorial Day weekend. So nobody should be traveling too much, unless you're just that avid traveler. Then kudos to you, but might not be the weekend for you. So we're going to have what's called the monthly Call of Duty series. And so for $10 a player, team members of 4, you can squad up and go to play Warzone Rebirth and have the ability to compete for a $200 prize pool. We're allowing 10 teams per month to compete. And then the other half of the entry fees that we receive and any other donations to the series from our stream team members will go into a giant prize pool. And the winners of every month will grab a spot in December. And in December, the 10 winners from the 10 previous months will have the chance to compete for an overall grand prize of $2,000 plus other prizes with the other fun money. And so it's supposed to go right back to the streaming communities, right back to y'all, whoever competes. And it's going to be a really fun series. We hope to continue into 2023 and beyond. And so a really fun virtual thing we could do in this kind of half COVID environment that we're streaming through, right? But yeah, that would be the series. There's some other rules and justifications, right? You're like a KD cap. I think it's 4.6 per squad. So your KD cap can't go past 4.6. Individual KDs can go past 2.1. So there's some stipulations you'll look at, but the main thing is that there's large prizes for the winners, and then there's those spots in December.
All right, and that's the part that I've been trying to get across to the community, but I couldn't quite figure out what the total prize fund was going to be. I knew it was a 50-50 split each month, but to actually hear what the grand prize is going to be for the team that wins at the end of it, that should make it a little more enticing to everybody. So to all my Warzone players, let's try to get a team or two together from the congregation, talk to everybody, see who you want to team up with, because you can enter every month. If you win one month, you don't have to go in again. You're already in the finals, but you can continue to enter each month until you do win. And that $2,000 prize sounds pretty damn good to me.
That's right. There's actually a fun piece to it also. If you're an individual player and you need to, you're really good, right? We have what's called the Golden Star. It gives you an automatic bid in December. You just got to get 40 kills in a match of Rebirth. That's all it is. I know it's almost seems impossible, but if you're that person, you think you can get there, it entices you to take a chance at it. We put that Golden Star up there. No copyrights for Mario. We're okay.
40 kills. That's all it takes, guys. Now, I'm not even a Call of Duty fan, but I might start practicing just so I can get in on the team because, I mean, shit. 4.6 KD cap. I might have a chance. Holy Man might have a chance here. All right, we have our first question for you, Ernest, from I Am the Ninja. What made you come to do BCMG? What are your interests and what are your desires for the Blue Collar Media Group?
I absolutely love the question. So let's start off with the first piece, right? BCMG was a fantastic thought brought up by a group of individuals that kind of saw there wasn't a ton of support for small shows and just small content creators. So the goal to doing this was putting together an organization and funded by like-minded sponsors, where we could be for the communities that are out there and have as much support as possible for the shows, without taking from them. There seems to be a lot of networks out there and small networks that really take a lot, use our code and give us the money, and it doesn't really kick back. So BCMG became a company that was really based on giving back to content creators, small shows, and then later on streamers as well, so that you guys have the opportunity to grow and get it organically and have a chance in what seems to be a dominantly run base in streaming and shows for larger audiences. So it just kind of gives us all a fighting chance together. And as far as my interests and my desires for BCMG, I really like to see the stream team grow to a point to where the team is self-sufficient. We have 4 to 5 live events every year, and we're not scraping to get to event. We have it more like a flywheel where we have different regions being represented by each streamer, and each streamer kind of like the congregation compared to Sam Fashion, compared to streamers like Mama Bear and Smashy Gaming, and those that each of you guys can run a different section of the country and even parts of the world, as we have streamers in the UK and Germany that are part of the BCM stream team right now. So more live events, and then more of the Call of Duty type series and virtual tournaments, to keep things alive and keep your communities completely active and interacting with streamers.
I really like that, because to me, what I'm hearing is the congregation can be a huge piece to this and a huge help in growth overall. And not to be like that guy who brings a woman in front of her parents and family and everybody to pop the big question and propose in front of all of them and put her on the spot and everything. But Ernest, I would absolutely love to be a bigger part of this group to try to get everything moving and get everyone growing and working together. So if there is ever an open spot where you need some extra hands on deck to try to help everything out, I'm your guy. I got you covered. So you don't have to answer on screen right now in front of all these beautiful people, but it's just something to keep in mind. I would really love to help out and be a bigger part of everything.
No, I think you're a part of the plan. That's why you're here, right? So
Absolutely.
I think I wouldn't come on the show if I didn't think you're a big part of what BCMG does in the future. So you already know.
We got a good one from Coach. He has a question for you. Is it true you're a closet Cavaliers and Browns fan?
Man, Coach is the funniest guy with Cleveland sports. I mean, I used to think Dallas Cowboy fans were bad, but boy, did I meet Cleveland Browns fans last month, and I just got an eye opener. I am definitely not a Cavaliers fan. I can tell you that for sure. I will tell you this: I am intrigued by the Cleveland Browns, just to see what happens with the Deshaun Watson situation, and to see what that team can do all together when fully cleared and healthy, and seeing if they can change the AFC landscape. So I am intrigued by that. For those who don't know, I do run the Into the Lab podcast. That is my show. It's Wednesday nights at 7:30 and sometimes 8 p.m. depending on my sports scientists. But we are called the Sports Scientists, so we're out there doing analysis, giving you great bets that you can make, and looking at some of the insider news. So very much there for our what we call our Lapsters. The Lapsters are our community. So if you ever want to come in, come check that out. But Coach is a regular Lapster, and he loves to be on there. And he's been a sports scientist. He's been on the show. So yeah. There you go. But definitely not a Cavs fan.
That's perfect, because I was gonna tell you to give yourself a plug. Now, is it Into the Lab Podcast? Is that the name of the Twitch channel, or is it just into? Oh no, it's over on the Sport Gene. It's on the Sport Gene. Am I right?
It is on the Sport Gene. That used to be my call tag, was the Sport Gene. I just go by Docky since I finished the PhD program. That's where I fit. That's where I just fit that in. But yeah, Into the Lab Podcast on every social platform except for Twitch. Twitch has stayed the Sport Gene for gamer purposes.
So don't forget, guys, you see the banner scrolling across the bottom of the screen. If you're a sports fan, get your sports fix every Wednesday night at The Sport Gene. Go follow that channel over here on Twitch. In case you guys have not figured it out already, this guy is a huge sports fan. Monster Within coming in with the cheer. We also got it from Alley Cat, and we got it from Typical Gaming Girl. Thank you guys so much for the cheers. I really appreciate it. It just thank y'all for being here. Anybody who has already hosted the stream, first off, thank you so much for that. That is a great tool for growth, not only for the stream you're watching, but you guys in chat as well, because the more people that support the stream with a host, the better, because that gives us an opportunity to appear on recommended channels. That will bring new people into the stream. That's great for me. That's great for you. We all make new friends that way. So if you are enjoying it, please make sure you host up the stream and get some new friends in here for us to meet. And my mods are on top of everything as always with the shout outs. Anybody who is active in chat, you guys will always get a shout out, because not just out of courtesy, not just because it's something that most people do. If I see you active in chat, that tells me that you are active on your streams as well. And if you're active in your streams as well, that to me tells me that you are a good streamer and that we want to visit you and that we want to support you. So thank you guys so much for all of that. Thank you for hopping in here and hanging out with us and getting to know a little bit more about Blue Collar Media Group and our man, Ernest Silva. If you have any questions, like I said before, do not hesitate. Ask some questions. If I do happen to miss your question, go ahead and ask it again. But thank you, everybody. I appreciate all this. I appreciate it. Where are we going next with this? I kind of want to know what kind of games you're into, Ernest, because I'm assuming you play a little bit of Call of Duty since you're so into it, into the tournament thing. But what kind of other games do you play, man?
Yeah, COVID took me there. I wasn't a huge first-person shooter gamer per se, but when I got the idea for the stream team, I was like, what is it like? So I started streaming on the Sport Team channel, and I started doing Call of Duty Warzone. I was absolutely terrible. Some say I'm good. I just won't give myself that. I'll just say I'm decent. And it was fun, and I was playing with real life friends that I just grew up with. But then slowly I started meeting other streamers and meeting people for the show. I actually met ddog_1123, which ended up being Davis Cordova, a big piece of my show. He's a sports scientist for my show, and we met in a rando lobby, and so I just formed friendships that way, and brought people on to BCMG that way. And but Call of Duty Warzone is really my cup of tea. That's really what I focus on nowadays. Whenever I have the free time, I play some Z League tournaments to keep me fresh every now and then. But other than that, NBA 2K, Madden is the other game. Those are really the three kind of home base. But in recent times, I have played some Elden Ring too. So I've started to dabble outside my norm.
Very nice.
Played Cuphead the other day because of Sam Fashion. So
yes,
I started
that's
to
an
kind of
interesting
broaden
one.
I've started to kind of broaden my horizon there a little bit. But I'm slowly getting into the gaming world, just slowly but surely getting out of my comfort. But yeah, mostly sports and Madden 2K and Call of Duty. Those are my comfort.
I'm not allowed to play Madden anymore, according to my wife, because that game brings out the rage in me.
It's so true. It's so true.
Cedar, dude, thank you so much for the bits. I really appreciate that. And look at here, man. The captain, the general is here. What is going on, my man? How are you? Thank you for stopping in. And we also have a question. We're getting the questions rolling now, man. I'm so excited about this. This is my favorite part about doing these streams, is when everyone starts popping those questions right up onto the screen for me. So Amaze Boo wants to know what's been the biggest obstacle with growing Blue Collar Media Group.
It's definitely got to be our approach. You see, BCMG is big into investing into people, but we also don't tie people down to a contract. We don't say you're forced to stay with us. So we've had fantastic shows, fantastic people outgrow us, right? Because we're not going to be too big for our bridges right in the beginning. We can't support 100 streamers. We just don't have the financial means to that. So when great streamers outgrow us, it's hard to say goodbye, but we always leave that door open. Even on the show side, we've had individuals who are now doing things for NBC Sports,
Ooh.
or having like regulars on big time networks. We even have one, the Source podcast, who gets regular time with DraftKings and other big news and networks. So we get our names out there, and as people grow, we don't bind you here. And I think that's a great thing, because it shows we're investing in you completely. We're not keeping you down. But it's a tough thing as a company when you're trying to say, hey, for the future, how do we build that foundation? You just have to have like-minded people who are big into growth and relationships, similar to the congregation, which I absolutely love your Discord, and similar
that.
to tons of others, like Mama Bear's Den is a fantastic group, and Smash the Gaming's community is another fantastic group, and just seeing all.
Oh, you're breaking up a little bit there, Ernest.
Seeing all the growth from these individuals in their communities, I think that's a really big piece to like-mindedness. We want to grow together, and as your communities grow, as our shows outreach grows, so does BCMG, and we're really only as successful as the people in it. So having the right people in it, and that sacrifice and commitment to a general idea and goal, I think that's when you know you're doing it right. And so that's been the tough part, is just making sure we have the right people.
I like that. I'm loving all these answers from you, by the way. I'm going to repeat myself. I'm going to sound like a broken record, and I know it, but what can I do when I enjoy it? All right, we got one from Jack Ryan. What's your advice on promoting growth during a lull period?
No, that's a fantastic question, because right now I'm in that lull period, right? We're Into the Lab is a I'm gonna go show, and then I'm gonna go network. But from a show perspective, Into the Lab is very football based, and when we hit the lull of we're going into basketball mode, we see that drop off. And so, what can we do to promote our show, but also feature our other shows? Is kind of that balance that we're still learning, right? We're only about 3.5 years old as a network. And we have other shows like the Bud Hole podcast and the Source podcast, and of course you saw Coach Peanut. I forget his new show name. Do you know his new show name by heart? Is it Running the Bases with Coach Peanut? Maybe he's still in the chat.
Yeah, where you at, Coach Peanut? Give us your new show name.
I think it's Rounding the Bases or Running the Bases. Darn it, I should know that by heart already. But that we have all these other shows that we can branch out to and work in tandem with. But the beautiful thing about doing this and in those low periods is you can bring on fantastic guests and other like-minded shows to really branch and continue to grow. We have a great partnership with Sports Stories with Denny Lennon. He's a California-based show that's on a network, and he does a lot of collaboration with Into the Lab and Blue Collar Media Group. We do fantastic work with what we call MTMV Sports, but is part of a larger network called MTMV.
Oh no, did we lose you again? I think we lost you a little bit again.
Can you hear me?
I got you now. Yep.
And just in general, working with them and collaborating, that's kind of been our big mantra, and making sure that we continue the content coming out and we don't get lost in the fray. Staying fresh, finding those hot topics. And the general being in the chat, he knows about hot topics. We called our very first podcast together on Into the Lab. We actually called a couple of transactions happening in the NBA that nobody was calling, and we were able to claim fame for that, and it got us kind of on the map in the very beginning, and so we're not too small to make bold takes, but we're not too large to have people aim right back at us. So that's how you kind of defeat the lull. But as a content creator, right, you guys would know it's hard when you see 1-2 viewers at a time. Right. And you're like, gosh, what am I doing wrong in those periods? And how do you make it fresh again? Like my biggest advice as a network, you make it tenfold, right? You'll have 10 different content creators saying like, hey, how do I keep pushing? How do I continue to make it better? And if it's not by cross streaming or co-streaming, it's about kind of making fresh content and dabbling out into those different communities. And
you must be going through a tunnel or between a bunch of city buildings or something now, huh?
yeah, it's a bad area. But freshening it up and that's my advice, is just keep looking for those weird ways of standing out, and that's what I would go with.
Yeah. And it seems like anymore standing out is such a difficult task because there's a lot of, I mean, if you think about how many people are out there on Twitch, especially just doing the content creation thing, there are a lot of people out there, millions of streamers, and a lot of them are doing the same thing. So I know a lot of times we say just be yourself and do your own thing, and people will like you for your content. And I mean, that's true and all, but you do have to put a little time, thought, and effort into it, and try to come up with something a little bit unique to try to stand out.
And I just want to add also, you don't want to be like a huge giveaway either. Like, don't bring in some of those people that are just looking for free stuff. Through trials and tribulations, we thought giveaways would be a huge avenue for streamers, but we think rewarding your community that generally likes you is kind of the bigger way of doing things. And I think I'm preaching to the choir with this community, but I think that's the biggest piece I could give back to streamers and content creators is utilize your partners in great ways, reward the congregation that's here, that's supporting you. And I think you'll find things go right in the right direction.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm with you on the giveaways thing. That I really don't think that's something you want to do all that often. It's nice to try to pull people in, but if you do that too often, then you kind of have people that are coming in just for the giveaway, and then they're not really coming back. So they're just there for the free stuff, and then they run and hide. The Ninja has another one for you. It's kind of along the same lines, but if there's one thing you'd suggest for small upcoming streamers, people who are just starting out, if there's any one piece of solid advice you can give to them,
come join the BCM. I'm just kidding. I would say, find your niche and really branch and grow with it. Like, you can never do too much. I've seen some great streamers do costumes, right? Like, they have costume Thursdays, or they have their own gimmicks in your own world. It's okay to build your own world, right? That's what the congregation is. That's what this whole thing is with the Holy Man. And I absolutely love it. Like, find your niche and what you love. Also, with your own passions, like, yes, I'm a general sports analyst. That's kind of my world, but I watch a ton of anime. Like, I could probably have a whole show on anime. Dude. And when we did the panel in Chattanooga, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, go for it. I thought we were losing you. That's why I was going to interject real quick.
When we did the panel,
we got you.
Oh, no problem. When we did the panel in Chattanooga, the BCMG live event in Chattanooga, in I believe it was February, I absolutely found I loved being there. Like, I fit right in. It was really comfortable, and I never would have done that without BCMG being a part, giving the green light for Sam Fashion and myself to go over there and have a good time. So speaking on panels was great. But yeah, anyways, that's just my 2 cents there. But somebody like BCMG or other groups that are really great for streamers and content creators, never hurts to put your name out there and say, hey, can I be a part of your program? I would love to be an up and coming streamer with you guys. See what your group is about. We never turn people down for the wrong reasons. It's always for a good cause that we add to the group.
Yeah. You see what Steve put up here for you? Dwight Howard to the Lakers.
That was the call. Yeah, Dwight Howard to Lakers. Nobody was really calling that, and we immediately called that out loud. We made a clip of it. It went a tad viral. We had a really good time with it, and a lot of people gave us kudos and shout outs. It was a great call out. He's absolutely right. Good memory, Steve. Surprised.
Nubstrong, you did get a steamy smolder. I mean, I kind of had no choice. Had to do it. All those stroke the beard redemptions here in chat. Love it. All right, let's see what else the General's got for us. Collaborating is huge. Like Ernest said, I dove into my base of the Patriots fans and guested on a popular Patriots podcast and got more eyes on my own show from it. I think that's a great idea. It's a piece of advice that I talked to our guest last week about Goody Games, because he tries to do his own he does do his own podcast show on Twitch here. Sorry, I've got all these redemptions, but he does his own sports show as well. And I had read a piece of advice about when you're first starting out with a podcast, why don't you narrow it down a little bit? So, and it said, instead of being so broad and trying to cover all sports, try to cover sports that are local to you first, and try to build up a local fan base and kind of work off of that. And I think that that's a great piece of advice. It looks like it looks like it worked for Steve too. And he also said, use giveaways for big events, anniversaries, big game releases, etc. is my advice when it comes to those. Good Lord, guys, I should have turned off my redemptions for this stream. I can only stroke the beard so much, baby. You guys are fucking great. I love y'all. Let's see.
I was going in and out there a little bit, but I did hear the majority of what you were saying. I will say this. Do you know where Steve got the general from?
No, I have not heard this yet. I still haven't heard it because I don't hear you.
So as long as you can hear me, interject, because
you're there.
Oh, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. So this I love this story. If he was on, he's probably putting his hand in his face right now. But oh wait, no, his face in his hand. That's what it is. So Steve, love this, the beard stroke. Steve was walking, and he could tell me if I'm wrong. He was walking down the street, and a homeless person said, hey, General, can I grab a smoke or can I grab a cigarette? And so he confused Steve for General in the military. And so Steve was like, I like the tone, or I like the sound of that. So then he made a poll to everybody who followed him saying, should I just go by the General from here on out? And the poll was unanimously yes. And so from here on forward, because a homeless guy called him the General, he's now known as Steve the General Reisner, and he's had that for years now.
That is amazing.
And he's known, yeah, and it's the funniest thing because somebody in DC that had no affiliation whatsoever heard that Steve the General Reisner was one of our podcasts, the owner of BCMG, and he was like, "Oh, I know exactly who that is," and so. It was just a perfect brand because Steve is now infamously the General. So fun story of the day right there.
That is so perfect. Real quick, I'm gonna post up this. I'm gonna get to this. Steve said to send him the link and that he'll explain it, but he already explained it. But Steve, I can certainly have you on this show one of these days if you would like, man. You could tell all kinds of good stories because from chatting with you the last few streams I've had, it seems like you've got a lot of good stories to tell, my man. I can't wait. He said giving you the green light. Your name's on the paperwork, bud. But did we answer Jack Ryan when he asked how did you find your niche?
No, but I'm really glad somebody asked this question because I'll tell you something. There was this. It was a. You know what? I'm going to steal this. I'm pretty sure it's from Sister Act, and that may age me a bit, but it's from Sister Act. And it said that if you wake up and you want to sing, then you're a singer. And oh, there's Steve correcting my story. And so I always took that as I love that. Right? Like if I wake up, I used to be a collegiate tennis player. So I wake up and I don't want to play tennis anymore. I know I'm not a tennis player. If you wake up in the morning and you're very passionate and you love and you have that one thing on your mind, that's your niche. That's your passion right there. Because and for some people, streaming, this is their life, right? That they wake up and they're like, what am I gonna do for my community? What am I gonna do for what I love? What's my game? And like for me, when I wake up in the morning, I'm looking up what's the latest sports analysis, what's the latest sports news, what kind of games can I talk about, what's the latest inside track, and I'm constantly thinking of that. And I just knew sports were my passion. My PhD is in sports analytics. Like I just knew that's where my niche was. And so when I made my show, I knew that's exactly what I was going to get into. But the same thing happened when COVID struck, and all I could do was think about streaming. I knew I wasn't going to be a streamer. I was past my time. It's not my forte. But if I could do something for streamers and be an advocate and really help promote a team environment, which is very close to the esports and sports niche, I thought that would be something fantastic and something that we could say is ours and all together. And so I think if you wake up and you say, hey, I'm this kind of streamer, I love this and it's my passion, Even if it's like I wake up and I'm nostalgic about Pokemon today, or I want to go watch My Hero Academia, or whatever it may be. Right? We all have those quirks. I think that's your passion. You should run with it. That should be
Absolutely.
what you follow, and people will follow you. Yeah.
Sorry about that. I was wondering why my door opened. We got a special guest here.
Woo!
The wife must have let the puppy in. So we've got a pup now. I was wondering why someone kept knocking on my door and then why my door opened. But yeah. So there's that. Yes, there's the puppy. How's it going, Pocket Troll? Hey, Jack Ryan, which man do you mean? Do you mean me? Do you mean Ernest? Who do you mean? Everybody, right? You love all these people. This puppy seems super excited right now. It's probably why she sent her in here. Perfect. Thank you, Pocket Troll, for the bits. I appreciate that. I'm a little distracted right now. I'm so sorry. Family catching me off guard. As usual, the sign on the door doesn't mean a thing. I've got an on-air sign, and I tell the family, if that sign's on the door, don't mess with me. You break my concentration. My ADHD is a little out of control. That undiagnosed ADHD, but it's all right. Just listening. Thank you so much, Pocket Troll. I appreciate that. She's so adorable. She really is. One blue eye, and she's got one blue, half brown, or one half blue, one half brown. It's incredible. I've never seen it before in my life. So that's really cool.
I don't know why, but when I got the puppy, all I was singing in my mind is "They call it puppy love," and that was it.
There's the wifey. I am sorry. She was begging to go in and starting to scratch. But yeah, so audio listeners over on Spotify, when you hear me kind of breaking up and not really knowing what I'm saying, that's why. She let the puppy in on me. But it is what it is. All right, so do we have any other final questions for Ernest before we let him go? The man is driving, and so glorious that he spent some time with us here on Holy's Confessionals. If you have anything else for this man, please let us know now, because we have another guest waiting in the wing that I want you guys to get a chance to chat with. Also, is there anything else you'd like to plug before you hop off and finish your drive home, man? Plug anything that you feel like plugging. This is your moment.
Yeah, this is it. Any BCMG streamer knows that people in their community are more than welcome to join the BCMG stream team. We're always looking at having more content creators, fostering that environment inside of our Discord/office area, and really pushing more and more ideas as we get more and more comfortable in the hashtag Better Together. And I didn't even go over why we chose Better Together this year, but through those trials and tribulations, we have turnover at the top, and we faced a really difficult time at BCMG where we thought, do we want to continue this passion, this drive to building this company? And Steve and I got together as co-owners and said, we're going to do it. We built a board up together, and we kept the shows and streamers aligned through a very tumultuous time in Q4 last year. And we've done a really good job turning it around in 2022. And a huge kudos to Steve for really by my side as a partner going through this. It's been a fantastic ride, but hashtag Better Together is because we're building up this community and building up our content creators all over again, and investing more and more into what you guys do every day, and that's providing fantastic content for your community. So if anybody ever has that interest, all you have to do is message the Holy Man. Go find myself or Steve at Ryzen_Steven on Twitter, and DM us, or go find the wonderful Sam Fashion if you're a streamer. Or Coach Peanut for that matter. Any of us, DM any of us, and we're.
Yep, you guys heard that, right? So if any of you want to be a part of the BCMG stream team, just reach out to me, and I will make it happen. We'll reach out to who we got to reach out to and get it done. All right. Ernest, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. I appreciate you taking the time to be on. I have one more thing before you go. From your partner, he said, what's your favorite thing about being my business partner? Here's your chance to butter him up. Oh, I think we might have lost him. Did we? Yep, we lost him. He's gone, but that's okay. Hey, you're gonna have to get that. You're gonna have to get that answer out of him yourself. But guys, we do have someone else here waiting in the wing. I want to get you all to know a little bit better. I was telling him before stream that one thing I really want out of this show is to bring some light to people who I feel don't get a lot of traffic through their streams, because I think we have a lot of great streamers in our community. And I think when you guys get to know this guy, you're going to want to make it a point to stop by his streams. All right. So without any further ado, we're going to bring on AwareWolfGaming. I'm super excited that he's here. I think I respect the move. Steve says, yeah, he saw the question sitting there and he's like, oh yeah, my transmission's terrible. I mean, I don't have service here. It's see ya, bye.
How's it going?
What is up, AwareWolf? Dude, I love your streams. I will tell you that right off the bat. I do love your streams. I think that you do a fantastic job of narrating your streams. When I'm in there, you are constantly talking, and I absolutely love that. So why don't you we'll just start off with the basics, I guess. We'll start with something simple and try to find out when you started streaming or why you started streaming and what you were hoping to achieve through it.
All right. Let's see. So I started streaming probably back 2019 is when I first started streaming. It was just after I started to go through like some tough times and stuff. And my buddy, he was like, man, you should try giving streaming a shot. And so I did for a good little bit. And it wasn't very fruitful at the start, you could say. Just starting out, it wasn't hitting off best, but he kept making it a point to me that as long as we can put one smile on somebody's face, like that's all that matters. That's the goal. That was the plan. So I kept going at it for like another year or so, and about what was it, a few months ago, I stumbled across one of your TikToks and joined this fantastic group, the Congregation, and then I really started picking up steam from there after I started to actually interact more with the Twitch community.
That's awesome. So what kind of games do you stream? For those of you, or for those that are in here that have not joined one of your streams yet, why don't you tell us a little bit about what it is you enjoy playing the most, what you like to stream?
All right. Let's see. I've got a lot of good games. I like to play a lot of stuff. I'm a really big fan of Destiny 2, Titanfall 2, and then a couple Legend of Zeldas here and there. I try to make it a point to stream one story-driven game a week. That way, it's not just a whole bunch of shoot and loot and grind and FPS stuff.
Yeah. It's always nice to have a little bit of a break. Sometimes it's tough when you are really into one thing and then you kind of try to break it up. It almost in my experience anyway, like I've unexpectedly become an Apex streamer. And when I try to turn to a story-based game, the views aren't what they are when I play Apex. So sometimes that can mess with you, but with you, it seems like you're steady no matter what you do. So that's always a good thing. Cause I mean, that's how you're starting out. That's I know a lot of people do it too. They'll break it up throughout the week where this day I'm doing this, that day I'm doing that. And it's always changing up. Jack Ryan wants to know what drove you to realizing your creative passion, like writing and gaming, and what kept you going with them.
That's a really good question, Jack. What drove me to realizing my creative passion was probably my friends, and then being able to see the impact that it has on people. When it came to writing, I started out writing, or I found my love for writing back in high school when I was doing a drama class, and we did a script writing unit. And I made like this stupid script, and I sent it out, and my teacher was like, this is actually pretty decent. And then we shared it with the class, and they all seemed to really enjoy it. And it really seemed to like start to settle in my mind that maybe I'm a better writer than I think I am. And so I started writing stuff and giving it to my friends. And every time they read it, there's a big smile on their face, and it really helps it really helps you keep going in that sense when you see that you're able to take somebody out of this world, out of the reality, and put them into your own worlds that you've made. And it's always fantastic for people to sit down and go, whoa, this is how I pictured this. And then you're like, I didn't picture it at all that way, but I'm glad you did.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. So Steve says his boy loves Destiny and he's gotten him into looking into the story of it. So I haven't
there's a
played
lot.
Destiny yet myself, but apparently there's a lot to it, huh?
Oh yeah. So you've got the Destiny 1 stuff, and that's like 3 or 4 different DLCs on top of what they have called Grimoire cards, which are like little lore tabs and stuff that they have all over their website. And then going into Destiny 2, it's been a continuous story movement for the past 4 or 5 years, with more lore books coming out. So the Destiny narrative is always expanding, and it's hard to nail down one point.
See, that's like anime to me. Like, you have a lot of people that complain about these long anime, and they're like, "Oh, I only like the short ones. I prefer watching short anime. Don't give me that long shit that never ends. It's too hard to watch all the episodes." But for me, it's like, yo, give me all those endless ones. I can't tell you how many times I've watched an anime and I'm sad because it's over. I'm like, yo, there's no more to this. There's no
And
more.
especially
love
when it's
that.
a really good story too. Like,
Yeah.
and it's just like 12 episodes long. You're like, there's only one season. That's it. Like, yeah.
Yeah, for real. So Pocket Troll said, "Is that because you weren't playing with your wife and we love you both?" That's in regards to me with my
You and your
Apex.
Apex.
Yeah, and she's right, and I am not bashful about saying that. She's a big part of the stream, and I absolutely love her for it. Here we got one from Danny Games. For both of us, what advice do you have for those who constantly switch the games they play on stream?
I'll take this one first. I think a big piece of advice is don't just like switch games every night. Like, have some kind of consistency, so that way if people are like, oh, I know he streams his Legend of Zelda stuff on Sunday nights, they always know, hey, I can go back Sunday nights if I don't like any of his other stuff. So always have like at least some point of continuity for your Twitch channel, and that'll probably end up helping a lot.
That is the exact advice I would have given too. Schedule it. Like, really sit down and consider your schedule. I know a lot of people, especially if you're just starting out, you kind of just want to stream whenever you have time. But I think that sitting down and mapping out a schedule is super important. And like AwareWolf said, plan it. So Sunday night, do your story game night. Tuesday night, maybe play Fortnite with a bunch of people from the community. Maybe on Friday night, do another game. But make it so that you do the same thing every night of every week on the same night. You know what I mean? Just like we kind of mapped out right there. But keep it consistent so that people know where to find you and what you'll be playing on what day. Where's the other one I saw that I wanted to pop? Up? Here it is. Sorry, it's hard to find things sometimes. If you had to choose one character of any time, whether it be a game, movie, TV, or book, who would it be and why?
Oh, that's a good one. That's a really good one. And it doesn't help that I sit down, I read a lot of media, I watch a lot of media, I play a ton of games. I would have to say, this my answer is going to require a little bit of background to it. But me and my buddy, whenever we play Destiny 2, we do like a little bit of role playing here and there, where we've established names for our characters, and we play them all the time, and we reference them a lot. So I think I'd probably end up going with a Guardian in Destiny 2. I don't know if it would be my Guardian, but being able to have that kind of that power and that responsibility in that storyline to protect people and to really feel what it feels like to make a wall and be the wall. that people stand behind you for?
I wish I could say that is an awesome answer, but I have no idea what that is. I mean, it sounds good. It sounds cool. Being a protector sounds really cool. But I want to answer this question too, man. I'm not going to let you have the glory in all this. But to pick one character, and I don't know, I really don't know if it means like that I would be, or if it means like what's my favorite character out of any form of media. For me, I would have to say my favorite is Itachi from the Naruto series. So for anybody who knows the series, you know why I have to pick Itachi, because this guy, he basically turned heel, took the blame for some shit that didn't happen, didn't tell a single soul, and went on to live his life as a rogue, with people after him constantly, joining this evil group and trying to still protect his home village from within this group and keep it safe. Like the sacrifices that that man made in that series, unbelievable. And for those of you who haven't watched it yet, and if you want to watch it, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but the damn show has been around for a long time. So spoilers be damned, whatever. But shit, like that character is something else, man. And even if you know about what's going on now because of me, please go watch Naruto. If you've never really been into anime, that is one that could get you into it. My wife never liked it before, but I got her to watch Naruto with me and she loved it. Captain Stick Figure, what is going on, my dude? Guys, also, thanks again for joining us here tonight on Holy's Confessionals. Thank you to everybody who has hosted. I like to say that multiple times because it really does mean a lot to me. The hosts are important. It's a great tool for growth for not only the stream you're watching, but you guys as well as you're sitting in stream. The more of you that host this stream, the better chance we have of popping up on the recommended channel, which means we have a better opportunity to pull more new friends into the stream, more people for us to meet, to help grow our community and to help grow all of our streams. That's the way to be. And as always, guys, keep doing what you do. And when new people pop into the stream, make them feel welcome, make them feel at home, and make them feel like they have been friends with us forever. Just keep it rolling, baby. Let's see. Yo, absolutely, Ernest. Dude, it was absolutely amazing. You know, bad reception be damned. We got you in and we had a good time for sure. So thank you. Thank you for that. And I'll just be the broken record. Thank you again, everybody, for being here and hanging out with us. If you have any questions for a werewolf or myself, please make sure to get them in. If I happen to miss your question, do not feel bad about posting it a second time. You post that shit as many times as it takes for me to see it. Do it. Don't worry about it. King won't rewatch it with me. You mean Naruto? Oh my God, what's wrong with him? I've watched that series like 3 or 4 times already. Like that's such a great series. It's such a good story, man. So from Captain Stick Figure, are you a werewolf or are you an werewolf?
That's my secret. You can't get it out of me. Haha. Man, when I first started streaming, I made this joke because my buddy started his channel is named The Bones Malone Show. And it was so dumb. And when we all started streaming, this friend group of mine, we were like, we should all just be named after dumb creatures like just skeletons and stuff. And I was like, it'd be so funny if somebody was AwareWolfGaming, except it's spelled aware.
That would have been.
And then here I am about a year and a half later, rocking it everywhere. Just stream tags, gamer tags, like it's everywhere now.
Yeah. Absolutely. It is so fucking cool, dude. Red Phoenix, it's all like family here. You're absolutely right. Everybody that's here, everybody that rolls through, I try my best to make you all feel like family. I try to make it so that you all feel like you're home here. And I know that a lot of our community does the same, and I appreciate the hell out of all of you for it. That's the atmosphere I want to create here. Like, I want you to feel like this is your place, man. My goal is to create a community where everyone can come together. I want us to bring and pull communities from other areas. I want just to create this one big super community where we could all just hang out, relax, have a good time, and just be family, man. That's the big goal, and I think we're well on our way to that. My wifey, I hope Freya is behaving. She wouldn't stay with me, wanted her daddy. Well, she is laying down in her bed, and she is happy as pie.
Just chilling, straight vibing.
Yep. Ninja. Let's see. For both of us, what has kept both of you from just quitting streaming when you feel that nothing is going right? I've been through tough times, and I've been needing some solid advice. That's definitely a good question.
That is
and
a
it's
really
always
good question.
Something good to address. You want it?
Yeah, I'll take it first. Ninja, there's been a few times where I've thought about just dropping it, and it's always been like a toss up of, oh, am I going to stream tonight? Am I not going to stream tonight? And I was very inconsistent for about a half a year. I'm still pretty small, and right now it doesn't feel like I'm growing much. It's that what is it? It's the affiliate lag or lull after you hit affiliate, right? And it's just, it goes back to what my buddy says, and he's like, as long as you can make one person smile, as long as you can have somebody drop by your stream and go and just make one little smile, you've helped brighten somebody's day, and that has no amount of measurement to it. And you may not see it right away. It is a slow process to be able to sit down and go, oh, it doesn't matter what I stream tonight as long as people come in and have fun. It took me a good long while to realize that and to process that fully. But you're in the right place. You're in the right community to help get you through that tough time and to help push you from quitting streaming. I noticed over in, I think it's Alley Cat's Discord, somebody, I just joined their Discord, and somebody said that they thought about quitting, and Allie hopped on and she was like, we're gonna stop these guys from quitting. And so everybody just like hopped into their streams next few nights and really made them feel welcome. So you're in the right place to help you out.
Yeah, I think we've definitely stopped quite a few people from quitting. What I'll say is, it all starts with your mindset and what you're expecting out of streaming when you first start. If you go into it and you're thinking, I want to make money, I want to make this a career, I want this to be a long-term thing, and you go into it with that mindset right from the start, it's going to be really easy to get bummed out and depressed and want to just quit altogether. It's a really long process to try to get to that point. And I will tell everybody here, I've said it a few times already. It's almost impossible to make this a full-time job. In every person's situation is different. Okay. My situation's a little different because I'm the breadwinner in the family. Most of our bills are paid because of my full-time job. And I actually sat down and did the math one day to see what I would need to make off of Twitch, like how many subs I would need to get each month to pay my bills. And it was somewhere up around 800 subs a month. I've never gotten more than 115 or 120 in a month. I've been doing this for 2.5 years. I've been trying to improve every step of the way. I've had to take steps back and, kind of take a break from streaming before, and it was really tough. But I think the best advice I can give to anybody is just enjoy the process. Like, take a second, take a breath, and really focus and think about what it is we're doing here. Just think about all the friendships that you've made, and it's not just people here or in your own country near you, it's people from all over the world. Like, you click that go live button and you're instantly broadcasting and hanging out with and chatting with people from all over the world. Think about how cool that is. First off, I think about that every time I'm streaming, man. Like, it's just so cool. And you make so many great friends through here. And we're here with these people every single day. Our gaming friends know more about us than people in our real everyday lives. We're playing games with each other all the time. Like, we pour our hearts out to each other. You have people that actually care about you that you've met because you're streaming on Twitch, you know, and you're just going to continue to grow these relationships. You're going to keep meeting more and more people that care about you and will show you that they care about you. You just have to stop feeling like you have to make money and you have to be this big time streamer, 50, 60, 70, 80 viewer average just to be successful. It's all about the connections you're making. Just enjoy the process. That's all it is. Enjoy the process, enjoy the community, enjoy the friendships you've made. I know I probably rambled a little bit, but I think that that's a really important topic and a really important question, because I feel like so many people look at it that way. They're like, well, I've been streaming for so long and I'm only averaging 5 viewers. But at that point, you're only looking at it in the aspect of your numbers. I keep my viewer count on, and I look at my stream summary after my streams. But that's just so that I can see where I need to improve, what games are successful, what days are successful, what hours are successful, and what, like, when people want to stop by. But I don't focus on it. Like, I don't make that my entire thing. You know what I mean? It's just when I get a little upset, when I'm like, something's wrong, people aren't coming to my streams, what should I do differently? I don't even know why I'm doing this, because I've had these moments where I don't feel like I'm doing what I should be doing, or that I'm not succeeding. And then like I said, I take a step back and I refocus and I think about how amazing this process is and how amazing these friendships I've made are. So that's my advice.
It reminds me of I don't remember where I heard this from. It was probably from like some TV show back when I was growing up, but it's about the journey, not about the destination. So every step you take is one step closer to that destination, but never forget that that step is what is going to get you to that destination.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's get back, Holy. I'm glad you agree. Y'all are amazing. You really are. And just so everyone knows, I really do want to get more and more people into this show, because like I told a werewolf and like I told all of you guys a little earlier, there are so many amazing streamers within this community. And I want to get y'all more traffic. I want people to meet you that haven't met you yet. And I want to bring them to your stream. I want all of us to grow together and just like have a good time together. No, come on. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Yeah, that was an accident.
I didn't mean to. What's going on, Fire Exit?
What's up, guys?
Fire?
How you guys doing?
I thought I'd bring our good buddy on as well. Ramble on, brother. Captain Stick Figure said. Thank you. I mean, I am the holy man. I do kind of have to preach every once in a while. Is there another topic you'd like me to preach on, folks? Is there another topic?
Gotta hit that quota, right, of preaching to keep the title.
Yes. Oh, you're good, guys. All right, perfect. Oh God. So how are you doing, Fire? How's your day been?
Good. I've been just creating videos all day.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
I got dressed to be here, so
I got dressed to be here, he says. Oh, I love it. Yo, that video you made me, I'm super stoked about it, and I think it looked really good. Did the audio come through for that in the beginning?
Yeah, it looked good.
The audio was good though.
Yeah,
I forgot to ask everybody.
The audio came through. I hopped into Twitch before.
Okay, perfect. I hope y'all liked that song. That I love that song. It gets me so hyped.
If you get muted, then you're gonna have to fight that one. So
what's that?
If you get muted from Twitch, you're gonna have to fight on that.
Yeah, I absolutely will, because I certainly have permission from my buddy.
Right.
Certainly. Don't forget about all that good stuff, guys. Woo-wee. Holy Man merch store is live now with some good shit. Guys, if you have any more questions that are for a werewolf, please get them on in. A werewolf, me, Fire Exit, any of us. Also, please, if you are in here, you have not hosted the stream yet, and you are enjoying yourself, you're having a good time, you want to help grow the community, please, please, please consider dropping a host on the stream. It means a lot. Share it to your friends. Go get your friends, bring them on in here. Let's have a good time. Also, while I have your attention, everybody, I've been playing around with the idea of a new stream. New idea for a new stream idea. Idea? Yes. I'm going to say idea a lot of times. So I think I might have mentioned it once or twice before, but how would everybody feel about like a big community stream where it's just a hangout, not talk show style, not interview style, but kind of like a Discord chat hangout? Because I can have up to 10 people in this bad bitch, and I'm thinking that if we just all hop on in here for a live stream one day, chat it up, hang out, check in on one another, see how everyone's doing, and just shoot the shit. I think that could be a fun stream. I think we could have a good time with it.
I think so.
I think that's a really good idea. Yeah.
And I'm thinking that it wouldn't just be a The Holy Man stream. I think that we can divvy it up, and different people can do it every week. Different people from within the community.
No doubt. Yeah, it'd actually be pretty nice.
I think it'd be a good time. Amaze Boob says, "Don't bring me on." Why, Amaze Boob? You don't want to be on the show? I think you'd be fantastic.
I think you'd be a lot of fun.
And if you don't want to be on this show, you can be on the community show. Well, the community hangout sesh.
No filters.
Amaze, no choice. That's right. Yeah, guys, like I said before, we are not PG-13. We are PG, 84. So you can say whatever the hell you want. But we're going to have a good time here from now on.
Really?
We have that mature content rating. We're good to go. Yeah, dude, Ninja, I got you. You're on the list. We will pick a day and get you on here for sure.
I tend to tone it down on my streams though. Like I've noticed when I play with Amaze on Apex, I'm a different person.
Are you? Yeah, dude, when I play off stream, I'm a lot ragier.
Right?
I get a lot crazier when I'm off stream. As long as that's in place, I'm game, she says. Hell yeah, it is. Hell yeah, it is. Perfect. Amaze Boob, I'll bring you on. She means she'll turn you on, Amaze.
Oh. Wasn't ready for that.
I
love it though. Gotta love it though.
Completely.
So okay, so you're a big Destiny fan of Werewolf.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing to stream though? Is that your favorite game to stream?
To stream, no. That Destiny is kind of like just a good medium kind of game for me to stream. I love to stream like the stuff like Legend of Zelda. That I think where it offers you more choices and like there's more interaction with the community because they can redeem their points and stuff. I feel like that's the those kinds of games are good. Like what was it? The other night I was playing Majora's Mask and one of my family members hopped on and they redeemed a no running challenge in my Majora's Mask deal. So I had to I have my Joy-Con right here so I can demonstrate, but I had to barely move it forwards that way Link wouldn't enter the running animation, and it lasted for 5 minutes, and I had to make my way through this temple for 5 minutes just walking around trying to do jumping puzzles and stuff. And games like that where you can really get your community in to redeem challenges and tokens, and those are the kinds of games that I really like to stream. So like Dead by Daylight, I loved to stream that. I'd love to do a Rainbow Six Extraction. I feel like that would be a really fun stream, but I haven't been able to hop on that for a hot second, so I might be a little rusty when it comes to that.
All right, and the next thing I want to get to for you, and I told you before stream I was going to ask you about it.
Oh boy,
and get you to talk about it. So you are an avid writer. You love writing. You're currently working on a book. Yes, it's not been published yet, or has it been published?
Yes, currently working on 4 books, four book ideas.
4? How the hell?
It's
Stay focused on 4.
it's really it's weird the way that my brain works is I have like a mood of this is the kind of style I want to write. And then I sit down, I take a look at each one of my books and I'm like, it doesn't follow that writing style. It doesn't follow what I want there. And then like I narrow it down between like 2 and then I start writing off of there. But like I've got the one I'm working on right now, which is it's titled right now as Ragnarok's Edge. That's subject to change. But it's going to be the first of a book series that I'm currently working on right now. And then I've got a kind of mystery esque history one entitled London Nightmares. It's going to be kind of about Jack the Ripper coming back to current day after going through something. I don't know how I'll incorporate him yet, but that's a problem for a later date. And then I've got one that I've revised twice, and I've let my younger sister read it, and she loves the idea. So I really want to work on that one, but it's this concept of what if angels and demons were the same thing? There wasn't any difference between them. What if gods were made from fear, and what if the demons were real and just lived among us and we didn't know it? So I really want to work on that one a bit more, really start refining that. And then I've had one book that I've been working since like 2016, and I can't get it to sound right. But my brain is like, yep, so this is the mood that I'm in. And I'm like, I guess we're writing that way today.
So how do you find time for all of this? Has having all these different interests affected your ability to attempt to grow on Twitch?
Growing wise on Twitch, the writing hasn't, working like 2 jobs, trying to be an author and trying to stream on Twitch. It's a lot to pile on to someone's plate. And lately I've actually been considering giving up one of my jobs because I really want to pursue my passion as an author to write books and to bring people into worlds that like some people like would have never thought of. Like my latest book, like I sat down, I asked myself the question, I said, what are 2 things that nobody correlates together? And I came up with steampunk and Vikings. Like the 2 things that are like couldn't be further apart. And I was like, all right, let's write about it. And then I started writing this, and then I started in my head, like I have the world all played out. I have the plot line already all laid out. Now it's just about getting filler words and sentences in it and describing what I can see in my head, which so far is coming along okay. I mean, I'm only on chapter 4, and I've got 37 pages already written, and it's the only like weak chapter I've got so far is chapter 2, but that's because I've got 4 chapters.
So your brain probably never shuts off, does it?
No, it's very hard for me to sleep at night.
Do you keep a notepad next to your bed?
No.
You probably should. You're laying there in bed, you come up with this great idea, and you got nothing to do with it, man. You got to just have that notepad there.
So what do you do when you get writer's block? What's the best thing to do?
When I get writer's block, I usually listen to music when I write. So I'll generate a playlist and I'll just listen to that. And if that doesn't quite get me in the right mood, I'll just turn on like a radio or something and listen to songs I haven't even heard before. And that when that starts hitting something somewhere in my brain, like the writer's block slowly starts to dissolve, if you will. And that helps. I think streaming has helped me a lot too, because there's been a couple of times where I'm like, this isn't working, and then somebody's like, well, what if this happened? And then I was like, can I take that? Can that be my idea? And that's only happened a handful of times, but anytime that happens, like I'm thrilled that people can already start to see the can already start to enjoy what I'm creating and what I'm writing, even though it's just 26 letters on a page, and that's it, you know.
So do you generally just set aside a specific time for you to sit down, throw on some music and write, or is it like you just kind of do it randomly? Like you hear a song that reminds you of something, you're like, oh hey, it's time to go write.
That it's kind of hard to decide, because so far, like my second job used to be like a very seasonal job, so I would have these 2-3 months for me to work on a book and edit and create. But now they've switched it to kind of a yearly, almost like weekly thing, and I can't work that way. So I think most of the time I do it in random spurts of like, well, I'm not quite in the mood. I've got writer's block or something. I'll play a video game and I'll stream for a bit. But then there are times where I'm like, I need to write, and I can't assign myself deadlines. Deadlines don't help me. They just encourage me to procrastinate and produce lazy work and produce lazy writing, which I don't want to put out.
Right. And that's what my thought was as soon as you said you don't like to set deadlines, because I feel like if you're setting a deadline, you're going to rush through it, and you're going to put out ideas that aren't necessarily your best ideas. But I think writing is definitely something you want to take your time with, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have one of your 4 books that's like close to being done?
There's one, I don't, this isn't the completed rough draft, but I have a rough draft that's about 300 pages long that I was like, I can publish this. And then I went back through and I went, that doesn't make any sense. Why would that happen? That doesn't make any sense. I can't do that. And so I've come close a few times, but then I've had to scrap them because something just doesn't work. Something doesn't line up. And then it doesn't like ruin the story, but it doesn't convey the story that I want to get across.
Gotcha. All right, we've got another question from Ninja. How did you guys start streaming? I know finding a niche is a big important part of it. How did you know how to create content and know how to do it?
How did I kind of already touched the started streaming part, but I started streaming after I got news that I couldn't like fulfill a dream of mine. I had a really low point where my buddy was like, "Hey, you should give streaming a try. It'll give you something to do. It'll help take your mind off of it." And finding something that you're good at on Twitch, it's hard to convey. Like I love writing, but that's hard to do and hard to keep people suspended in what happens next when you're writing it in front of them, right? So finding a niche is like just finding a game that you really enjoy. Once you find a game that you really enjoy and that you stream on a pretty consistent basis, you'll find people who enjoy that game too, and they're like, "Oh, have you tried this?" And you can be like, "Oh, no, I haven't tried that." And then as far as creating content goes, I mean, I've been trying to put stuff out for years. Sometimes it hits, sometimes it flops, sometimes it doesn't even make it out of my Google Docs or out of my documents folders or anything like that, right? It's feeling comfortable enough in your own skin that you're able to show people who you really are, right? Because if you're putting up a facade of some kind, if you're putting on a mask when you go to stream, like that's I don't know about other people, but I can see through that. I can be like, oh, this isn't really them. They're not really having a great time. Just stream what you love. Stream your passions. If you want to, just start up a podcast and just talk about, this is what I love about gaming. This is what I love about this game. And somebody out there is going to hear you, and they're going to either feel the same way or they're going to want to add to it. There will be people that are going to be like, that's not good. But that's their opinion. They have a right to that. But you shouldn't let that bog you down,
Yeah, and you know, sometimes that combative thing right there is nice too. To have people that disagree with you, like that'll just push your
Mhm.
content out a little bit more. You want those people that agree with you, but you also want those people that disagree with you. When it comes to podcasts, anyway, I feel
Mhm.
that's good for that kind of thing. Now let's give Fire the floor here too.
Well, I mean, I've said it a little bit, but I wanted to start streaming mobile video games, but I wanted to actually do it on YouTube. It wasn't until somebody mentioned to me about Twitch and I got into it, started watching a bunch of people. And really, it wasn't until I actually met Holy and started watching some of his streams that I wanted to stream myself, and not to copy him, but I do play a lot of Apex. Um, he has got me addicted to it, so I have been playing that quite a bit. So, but finding my niche, I mean, is hard because I mean, I've been doing fire protection for pretty much most of my life. And it's something that I enjoy. It's my passion. And like Ware was saying, it's kind of hard to kind of engage people into that realm in fire protection. I find it where I can talk about it all day. And I've thought about doing some streams like that, some podcasts, and talking about different events in history that's happened with buildings that have caught on fire and why we actually have the codes that we have and why buildings are built the way they are now. But it's hard to actually engage with something like that if you don't have that passion. So I have been gaming, and like everybody in this community, people love to watch Apex. So I've been playing a lot of Apex.
I really hope you get going with that podcast idea that you have. It's
I mean,
not it's
I don't
not
know.
something that everyone really knows about, and
Right.
it's not really something that people talk about. So if you get a map and a game plan for like you said, different moments in history that led to different codes and whatnot, and just do it, doesn't need to be a full 1 hour stream or a 1 hour podcast or anything like that. If you
Right.
want to just do the podcast thing with it and you don't want to go live on Twitch, I got you covered. I can help you out with that. And you could do like short little 15-20 minute episodes where you talk about all that. I think that'd be really cool because it feels to me like that's something you're passionate about. And when you get it out there to the right people, you promote it properly, you'll find people that really find it interesting.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, I mean, definitely, it's something that I could talk about it all day.
Yeah. And so for me, I started streaming like a lot of people back when COVID first hit. I've always been a gamer. I've gamed since I was a kid, and I had a friend that had been streaming. I met someone that, they were a streamer, and I would talk to them about games occasionally, and they told me, "Hey, man, if you like gaming, you should really give streaming a try. It's a lot of fun." I'm like, "Well, yeah, I don't know." So I would hop into his streams and I'd support him a little bit, kind of like Fire did with me. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, "All right, fine, I'll give it a shot." So I gave it a shot, and I started with my PS4, which I still stream from, and just a Turtle Beach headset with its own microphone. I didn't have a
Mhm.
USB mic or nothing. It was just very plain, very simple. I didn't even have a camera, and I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed making the friendships and whatnot. And when I first started, I was streaming story-driven games. The Witcher 3, Horizon Zero Dawn, Dying Light, stuff like that. I because that's my love, man. I love games with a great story. But then I started playing a little bit of Apex Legends and streamed that once in a while. But I always had the thought that games like Call of Duty or Fortnite or Apex, they were oversaturated when it came to streaming, and I was like, I really don't think I can be successful by playing these games. But then Then we got a PlayStation for my wife. We got her own PlayStation so we could play together. And I'm like, yeah, let's stream this together. Let's be like a husband wife stream team here. Let's do this. So we started streaming together through my channel, and it just kind of like I just started to grow. I grew more playing Apex than I grew playing those story driven games. And I was shocked. I was so shocked. I'm like, well, I guess I accidentally became an Apex streamer. So basically, what that tells me is it's not really about the game all the time. Like some people, yeah, they hop into streams because they want to check out a game or they want to chat with people about one of their favorite games, but it's really more about the streamer themselves. If you can connect with a streamer, it doesn't matter what they're playing. Like I have people come in and watch me play Apex and they don't even like Apex. They come in just because they want to hang out with me and they want to hang out with our community. So as long as you can be that kind of person where you are just yourself and you're playing something you enjoy. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy Apex. I just did not think that it would become my niche. It just happened on accident. But as long
Just
as you
did.
enjoy what you're doing, that's all that really matters. People can tell. People can tell when you're truly enjoying what it is you're doing. What's going on? I am Will Groom. How are you tonight? Thank you so much for popping into the stream. Appreciate you being here. It's nice to see you for sure. All right. Did I miss anything else while I rambled on a little bit? No, I like
I didn't
rambling.
see anything. Yeah.
I like rambling. But guys, this guy right here is the man of the hour, AwareWolfGaming. If you do not know AwareWolfGaming, make sure you drop him a follow over here on Twitch and catch his next stream. When is the next time you're streaming, man?
I think I'm going to be streaming about 30 minutes after this. So
Perfect. You'll
that'll
take some
be-
time to set
yeah.
up and then hop on there. Perfect.
Find
Now, do
something
you-
to do. Yeah.
Do you have an actual stream schedule, or do you just kind of do it whenever you have time?
For the most part, I try to stream every Tuesday, Thursday, and then Saturday or Sunday. I think I'm going to switch from Sunday to Saturday. After I drop this second job, that way I can turn more time towards myself and towards what I want, towards getting to meet new people. That's something that I've come to really acknowledge and really enjoy about Twitch is being able to find somebody new and just to make friends with them. That's something that you can't really do too much nowadays because COVID hit and everybody was stuck indoors. Well, now we've got something that we can find new people that's indoors, and it's a lot better than trying any app that I've ever tried, and it's a lot better than like getting on like an app like Tinder and swiping. Oh well, I don't like the way they look. You just come in, meet somebody new in a stream, and just hang out. That's kind of what I love about Twitch. So hopefully my schedule will solidify more going on later. Probably not this month. Maybe next month I'll have something solidified. If not, I'll definitely have something solidified by like August.
Awesome. What's the social media platform that you use most aside from Twitch to try to reach out to people, meet new people, promote yourself, etc.?
I don't do it very often, but I interact a lot with people on Twitch, or not Twitch. on TikTok. I don't post a lot of videos. I want to do that more, so hopefully I'll have some time to like take some clips of me, doing the one chip challenge where everything's inverted.
I can't believe you did that. Honestly, that was. How long did you go without having anything to try to cool it down?
It was an hour and 2 minutes without food or water. Yeah, it was.
No milk, no bread, no nothing.
No,
oh my
nothing.
good sweet Jesus, man.
I watched this guy. He tried the chip. Within 5 minutes, he already pulled out this big old tub of ice cream. Was just eating it. I was like, wow, that is nuts.
I would be off screen in a hurry. Like I don't even want to do the one chip challenge. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, I plan on snagging a bunch of clips from that stream and posting that on TikTok soon. Maybe making a video on YouTube or something.
And we're gonna, if anybody wants me to do the 1 chip challenge, we're gonna need a big donation for that bad boy.
Big.
We're gonna be like, drop $500. I'll do the 1 chip challenge, and you send me the chip.
I'll tell you right now, I will do the Death Nut challenge when I hit partner, and that is a 16 million Scoville unit nut.
No, thank you.
for just for people to realize what that is. That chip is only 2 million, or it's under 2 million Scoville units. So this thing is going to be like 8 times as spicy, but luckily I've still got a ways to go before I hit partner. So I've got a chance to just let people see that and just see how long until that happens.
So what I'm hearing is donate 500 to Holy and then get Wolf to partner. Yep. I mean, I will eat a horrible chip that will destroy my stomach and burn my anus, and then
it's bad.
We'll be all right. Was it bad the next day? Was
about
it
an
terrible
hour after I turned off the stream, I was over the toilet, just like holding everything back because I knew that I did not want that to come out. That
out
it went in. The next day, it wasn't as bad as people said, but like I did, once I was done, I closed the bathroom door, I went into my room, I just lay down on my bed, curled up into a ball, and just watched shows for a few hours as I recovered.
Cactus Gus says, I remember eating a Carolina Reaper and instantly proceeding to use yogurt as lip balm to cool my lips because that was hella spicy. So I can't imagine that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Alley Cat challenge accepted. Phoenix accepted. Guys, I was just kidding, but it's on record now. So if I get a $500 donation, I guess I got to do this shit, huh?
You should still eat Cactus Gus. Don't stop eating to save up for that donation.
I love y'all too much to be mean. Cactus Gus stops eating to save up for this dono. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I have no idea what the Death Nut challenge is per se, but I just know that the nut itself is like 16 million Scoville units, and I'm not looking forward to partner.
I mean, I'm looking forward to partner, man. If I hit partner, we're bringing everybody with me. Let's fucking go. If I hit partner, we are going to join forces with Blue Collar Media Group, and we are going to have BCMG / Congregation Stream Team. That's what we're going to do.
Oh yeah,
we're gonna make it. We gonna make it. What's going on, Vibes? How you doing?
Hi, Vibes.
Oh my goodness. So here's one from me to Mr. Fire Exit. I don't know if we touched on this, but for those who are in chat right now and didn't listen to our episode with you told us that you were spending all day making videos and whatnot. I'm sure you were making other shit for people. Why do you do what you do for free? Why you put so much time? You put so much time and love and energy into all this stuff for the community. Why do you do it for free?
I mean, I don't know. I'm not a selfish person, and honestly, there are people out there that take advantage. I'm not the person to let people take advantage of me, so I end up just doing it because I like to see the joy that brings when people actually see my work, and it's just, I don't know, to me it's an amazing feeling to actually help people, and I don't charge because I don't need it, and I have my own business. I do all this stuff. I mean, I did quit my job, but I mean, I'm still here. I'm still surviving, but I still do it because I just enjoy helping people, and not many people have access to the stuff that I have, and I want to see everybody succeed. And in order, I mean, nowadays people have to be flashy. They actually have to have something on there. I mean, I still go into streams that are like bare and they're just doing straight from their PlayStation. But to me, I feel like in order to succeed, you have to have these tools, and I just provide a way for people to actually get them, and I will do it for anybody in this community. I'm sure that I would do it for anybody outside the community, but I've offered to do it for free for anybody here that is in the community, just to help them out. I've been giving Allie a hand helping her set up her OBS. I've been doing that today. So her stream's going to look pretty fire tomorrow. But I just enjoy it. It's just something I enjoy doing. And honestly, it's because of everybody here. We all succeed. And, this is what I have to offer. This is what I can do for people, just like everybody else here. They have something to offer here. This is what I can offer to everybody.
Yep. And that's what I love about our community is there are so many people that are just here to help. And you're not looking for something in return. You just want to hang out. You want to help people succeed. And you said about people streaming from the PS4 and they don't have all this fancy stuff. And back when I was still doing that, before you lent a hand and a computer and everything else, and your time driving all the way up here to help me out and set up OBS, I always had this thought that it would just be so difficult to grow without having that clean professional look on the stream. And I always try to ask people, hey, do you think that someone who's a console streamer doesn't have OBS and is just streaming straight off their console, do you think that there's a limit to how much they can grow? So having that in mind and wanting to help people push a little bit further than they're generally able to, that's really awesome.
I mean,
we have a lot of go ahead.
Obviously, I still watch you. I mean, in the beginning, you were just streaming from the PS4, and you still actually pull in viewers. But I just sometimes it's not that I feel guilty. It's just sometimes I sit here and like I make my streams look good, and I'm always like, well, I can't updo Holy because I mean, you are pretty much is the reason I started streaming. So I'm always looking to make videos, trying to get everything so that your streams look just as fire. So I hate I hate upstaging.
I truly appreciate all your help, and I know everybody else in this community does too. It's absolutely awesome. Fucking love it. Ninja says you are an amazing person. Everyone is amazing, and I hope that everyone knows that. I love you guys.
I appreciate
we love you too, Ninja. We really appreciate that.
Thanks, Jack.
Ooh, baby. Baby. So, guys, for those of you who are just joining us and you may not know who this man up here is, Mr. AwareWolfGaming. If you guys have any questions for this man that you want to get to know him a little bit better, please feel free to ask away. He is an author. He's working on not one, not two, but 4 fucking books right now. And he still has time for 2 jobs and his streams. So if you don't know him and you missed the beginning of the show, please go back and listen on Spotify. It will be up on Spotify after the show ends tonight. We're going to edit it up and throw it on there. You can listen in your car. You can listen in your living room while you're cleaning, any of that kind of good shit. So make sure you catch up on that. And please ask any more questions you might have because we are getting down to the wire here.
Yeah, I'm a very open book. So ask me anything and I will answer as honestly as I can.
Absolutely. That's our favorite thing. We love getting questions because it just makes us keep going longer and longer and longer. And I enjoy that. It gives you more screen time. Nancy wants to know, what do you stream?
I try to stream whatever I feel like that day. Most of the time right now it's like Destiny 2 because, well, there's still a lot of stuff I need to get done in that game. But on Sundays, I do try to play more story-driven games like Legends of Zelda. I think this weekend I'm going to try and stream Breath of the Wild a little bit more. I haven't progressed any in that game since I first streamed it like 2 weeks ago. And then Thursday nights are kind of like a whatever floats my boat is what I'll stream. So I stream a little bit of everything. I want to be more of a variety streamer of people recommend me this game and I'll try it out. But you know, you have to get recommendations first.
So I saw this comment, and I saw the comment before I saw who dropped the comment. I was like, oh, someone thinks I'm cute. And I was like, oh, it's my wife. How cute.
Holy's got a groupie.
And Dancy's like, back down. He's married. I love it. Oh, Ninja, you're so nice. Ladies and gentlemen, do not forget, if you have not popped into the Discord server lately, we are having a community night tomorrow. It's going to start at 3:30 p.m. We are going to be showing Demon Slayer, the anime, in one of our voice channels, the choir, most likely. So make sure you pop into there if you have a little bit of time. That's going to be on from 3:30 until 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. At 6 p.m., it is going to be horror game night. I don't know what Phoenix has planned. I don't know if we're going to be playing Phasmo or if we're going to be playing Dead by Daylight or what have you.
I'm sure she'll be playing Phasmo. I'm sure she's got to get me to play it.
Yeah, we're going to mix it up. If you guys have Phasmophobia, be sure to stop by from 6 to 9. We are doing that. And after that, at 9 p.m., we will be watching 28 Days Later. If you guys have not seen 28 Days Later and you don't know what it is, it's like a zombie movie, but to me, I think it's more realistic than any zombie movie you've ever seen because it's not really zombies. It's just like an extreme case of rabies, which they explain in the movie. It's really fucking cool. They don't eat people. They just beat the bloody piss out of them. But it's like zombies, so it's really cool. You'll want to see it.
It's close enough.
Yeah, absolutely. So make sure you guys pop in tomorrow night. We are going to start doing a lot more with the congregation Discord. We're going to try to make it a lot more fun for everybody, and we're going to try to encourage you guys to promote it a little bit more because we want it to grow. We want more family members in there, man. We want everybody to feel like that is a place they can call home. So we want to make sure it's a lot more fun and a lot more active for all of you.
Soon I'll be able to join that. Right now I'm working too much, and I go straight from my job tomorrow from 3:30. I go straight to work, and I work until like 10 o'clock at night, and it's
those back to backs are tough, man.
It's great.
Allie says you need to play some COD with her.
I'm not too great at COD. I'll give it my best shot, and man, you'll have some funny moments of me like trying to figure out how to get out of a door.
Okay, let's go here to Jack Ryan. To all three of you, what is your one piece of advice to any streamer from starting to established? So a piece of advice you would give to any streamer.
Don't give up. You know, there's going to be times where you're low and you'll think, well, maybe it'd be better if I didn't stream. I can guarantee you that eventually somebody will see your streams that needs to see your streams. Somebody's going to find you, and you're going to be the thing that makes their day and puts a smile on their face. So don't give up on yourself because you're not growing very fast, because you're not getting a lot of viewers or a lot of people watching. As long as there's one person watching, like that should be more than enough to keep going, and keep positive attitude through the tough and the nitty gritty. Because if you look at it with a negative attitude, you're not gonna see the positives of, well, I'm streaming tonight and there's only one person on there. That's one person who's dedicated their time to watching you and to get a smile and to get a chuckle out of their day. So just don't give up. Keep positive attitude.
Yeah, time is definitely more valuable than money. I will always say that. And to put on top of what you were saying, there are millions of Twitch channels out there. And even if you have 4 people in your stream, that's 4 people that chose you over a possible 2+ million channels. Like, that's just something to keep in mind.
Oh, look, I'm on the spotlight. Well,
you've got the floor, good sir.
I'm still guilty. Oh, man, hold on.
It's looking like mine.
There we go. I was gonna have to turn a light on. I'm still guilty of this, but don't feel like you have to pop into everybody's streams. It's a good way to burn yourself out quick. And I mean, I spent, I don't know, I was up until like 1 o'clock last night, just stream hopping because I felt I had to bounce around and make sure that I had to pop into people who's been in my streams. But you don't have to be in everybody's streams. You know, I mean, pop in, say hi or whatever. But I mean, don't feel like you have to stay the entire time. You know, there's other stuff to do. So just don't burn yourself out. They know that you're supporting them. They know that you're there. And when you can, pop into their stream. But don't feel like you have to do it every single day.
Solid. I like it because that's very true. People need to remember that, you know, we still have, I mean, real life. I mean, this is real life too, but you know what I mean? We still have our real life stuff going on. We have our jobs. We have our families. There's just so much going on. You cannot spend every waking hour on your computer. Coach Peanut, thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate that, man. As far as my one piece of advice for any streamer, big or small, it's really hard to narrow it down to just one piece of advice. I think probably the most important piece of advice goes with what we were discussing earlier and trying to stay focused is be realistic with your goals and what you want out of streaming. So don't go into streaming with your sights set super high. Don't go into it thinking that, you know, you have to succeed, you have to grow, you want to make this a career, you want to make money off of this. God, what would be cooler than having this as a job? You can't go into it with all that in your head right off the bat. And the same goes for people who already are established, because like I've touched on several times, it's difficult to make this a full-time job. It's difficult to pay your bills with this, you know, even if you are bringing in quite a bit of subs and stuff, it's difficult. It's not something that everyone's capable of doing. The percentage of streamers who do this full time and succeed and they actually take care of their household bills is so small. It's such a minute percentage. So what you need to do is, like I said earlier, just enjoy the experience, enjoy everything that you're doing, enjoy the process, enjoy the people that you're meeting. To me, that really is the most important part, you know? Just stay realistic with your goals and you'll have a good time with it. Like, don't focus on trying to make money off of it. Enjoy the people, because that's the best part about Twitch is the people. That's the best part to me. So definitely think of it that way. Don't get your sights set too high. Elfe Marie, remember that you matter. Your content matters. Your heart matters. Your time is precious. Thank you for sharing it with us. Have a great stream. Thank you so much, Elfe Marie. Elfe is a great streamer in her own right, guys. Make sure you drop her a follow if you can. She is on TikTok as well. Actually, I first found her over on TikTok. Be sure to drop her a follow and go check out one of her streams sometime. But that's a really good thing right there that she posted. And I will agree 110% that your time is precious. 110%.
Beanie saved up those points.
Oh, VIP badge for Beanie. What's up?
I'm so close. I'm at 20.2K, so I'm right there with you, Beanie.
She wants it to go to a maze boob.
All right, let me see. I'm surprised I didn't even just give that to her, to be honest with you.
Well, she actually wants it to go to somebody.
Oh, she wants it to go to somebody. Okay. You'll definitely have to tell me who. I think she has to be, right? I have to have her as one.
She's got too many badges to be a VIP.
Yeah, for real. Well, make sure you tell me, Beanie. I'll get it taken care of.
It's in chat.
Oh wait, did I miss it? Oh, okay, got you. Perfect. As of right now. All right. So, guys, do not forget our man of the hour is this guy right here. If you do not follow AwareWolfGaming, hey, I just click the button and it just puts it to who the last guy on the screen. You don't want not this guy. This guy. I'm reversed. Come on, camera. This
Reversed.
reverse. All right, let me go through here and find this. So since we're getting down to the nitty gritty, guys, if you have any more questions for AwareWolfGaming or for Fire Exit, please drop them in the chat now so we can get to them. And from here on, AwareWolf, I will let you plug anything you need to plug so that people can know where to find you.
I think the most active place I'm at is here on Twitch. So just check me out at AwareWolfGaming. That's spelled Aware like AWARE. Is that I work on books. I actually have a couple highlighted sections from the latest thing I've written. So I can share that real quick so you guys can get a little taste of what is to come.
That's awesome.
Here we go.
Hey, let's do it. Let's do it, baby. I'm excited.
I heard a few rocks fall off on my right. I looked up and saw something disappear from above us. I quickly looked up at the sky and realized it had gotten dark. Night had encroached the mountains sooner than I had anticipated. I snapped around and held a finger up to my lips. I made several hand motions to my friends. Their eyes grew wide as they understood. Eastrid watched my hand in confusion. I got really close to her and whispered, so quiet I almost didn't make a sound. They're just above us. Night caught up to us really soon. We're going to have to make it to a cliff sooner than we anticipated. Her eyes went wide and she nodded. We slowed our pace so we could make less noise. We scanned the ridges around us. Rocks fell and footsteps thudded into the ground above us. I prayed that none of the rocks would hit any of our wolves. We heard a loud howl above us, inhuman and close. It echoed through the mountain pass we were traveling. We stopped and froze in place. I felt the hairs on the back of my neck stand on end as the air filled with tension. 100 eyes staring down at us, waiting to see if we were more than mere rocky shadows. Rocks started falling at a tremendous rate. A metallic sound rang out as a rock hit Brian's wolf. The thudding stopped for a second, leaving us only a split second to make a choice. I drew my large raider axe. Run. That's it. That's all you're
Great,
getting.
dude. Hey, so a while back,
Yes.
I had a section in the Discord server called Writer's Block that I have since removed because nobody ever used it. It was basically a place for people to share their writings, whether it be excerpts from a book that they were currently working on, poetry, short stories, anything they found interesting writing wise. Is that something you would utilize in the server if I put it back in there?
I'd probably hop in there every once in a while and pop a little excerpt of something I'm writing. Yeah.
Because I've missed writing so much that I created that never ending story channel in there. And I really would love to put another writing section in there. I love it. I think it's great.
Yeah. I did see Jack Ryan a little while ago asking if that's Gundam stuff behind me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I recently started to get a little bit into the Gundam stuff. I realized that messing around with making models is a lot of fun. So that's something I do in my downtime now.
I thought it was Valkyrie for a minute. So
not quite that cool.
For anybody who is in chat that is new to the stream, if you would like to join this incredible community that we have been building together, drop the Discord command in chat, join the congregation today, meet some of the best friends you're ever going to make on Twitch. These people are incredible. You're going to love it there. Promise you. I promise you. You really will. Anything else from you before we get ready to head out here, Fire?
No, I just want to say that everybody here is amazing. And like always, if you haven't, I'm going to drop that here. Join Discord and join the congregation. That's where I hang out most of my days.
Awesome.
And look, Phoenix has already had it. So you're on
Gotta
top
love
of
it.
it, Phoenix.
One step ahead of you.
All right. And since you are the man of the stream here, a werewolf, why don't you let me know if you have someone that you would like to send a raid out to?
Ooh, let's see. I think it looks like Vibes is on right now.
Ooh.
And they're streaming some Call of Duty Modern Warfare. So I think maybe we should raid out to Vibes.
Okay, that's awesome. Guys, don't forget, tomorrow night is community night in the congregation Discord, starting at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be doing anime, we will be doing scary game night and scary movie night. You don't have to be there the whole time, but we will be there. We will be active. We will be hanging out, enjoying ourselves. So pop in whenever you have a chance. Saturday night, we are going to do another episode of Holy's Confessionals. We've got a special episode this weekend. We will be having 2 spectacular guests that are from very far away. We have our or one of my old friends, Soul Taker, one of the first guys I've ever met streaming. He is all the way over in Sweden, and we will be having the one and only Jack Ryan on stream on Saturday if he remembers. So he should be good to go. Make sure you let me know if you're not, good man. And while we are waiting for this raid to set up, I'm going to play this amazing video that Fire Exit made for me today as we get set and ready to head on out. So let's get all fired up and let's head on over to Vibes and get like